Well, Joanne, officially on the record, paramedics are still putting that number at 1 fatality at this stage. Of course, there are all sorts of reports that are going around at this stage, but we've also spoken to the local authorities, that's the Ethekwini Municipality, and they're also still going with one person confirmed dead at this stage. We'll keep you updated as soon as we have official confirmation of what the death toll is. Of course, at this stage, they are still looking for more bodies that are believed to be under the rubble since this mall collapsed yesterday afternoon. And, they're trying to now strategize as to what plan in terms of the rescue operation they're actually going to be employing, given that, the number of hours that's passed by. It's been over 12 hours since officials have been combing through the scene, and so they now have to decide on whether or not they continue searching the same way or whether they embark on a different strategy, also taking into account whether or not they actually believe that the people that may be under that rubble could still be alive. Well, at this stage, Joanne, we know that the case that is now being investigated by police is actually with regard to the legalities of the project, the construction managers of this project actually deciding to continue with construction against the orders of a High Court order that was obtained on the 4th of November, on the 14th of November rather. And so that's what we understand officials are looking into at this stage this morning. Now you can understand that it's quite a far-reaching case, this, as it involves a whole lot of sectors and stakeholders. We're seeing that a lot of departments from the municipalities are also coming on board. They assisting each other in terms of investigations. Paramedics also going to the hospitals. Now, as of last night, 11 people were being treated for critical injuries, and so they were in ICU in hospital. And so I will also expect that as the morning goes by, we'll get an update on how those people are actually recovering this morning. Well, Joanne, one of the issues about this particular construction company, Gralio, that's responsible for this project is that they were actually denied access to build this mall. And one of the people that has been at the forefront of not only making sure that city officials intervened and actually went ahead in applying for this court order is Brian. And he's just going to give us a bit of background on this issue. Brian, you've been watching this case from about 2010. That's when it began. Tell us what happened.
Well, firstly, in 2028, this mall was supposed to come up. Great expectations for the people of Tongaat, job opportunities. But then they found that the plans that they put in to the council, they had to go back and be amended. So ever since the plans never got amended, and the whole plan fell aside. Suddenly we find that in 2013, things started to happen. The construction started to happen, and then we found that still there was no plans that was passed, and no structural plans which controlled the structure that's supposed to be monitored was not even submitted. And therefore, we got together with the Ethekwini Council, the media, and created that sort of impact to the community and the public and the council and all other authorities to keep them aware that we have a problem. But irrespective of that, the guys continued violating bylaws, and as an embarrassment to the Ethekwini Council I belong to. And therefore I feel now that lack of following procedures has resulted in the chaos and the damage we caused of innocent people being lost, whose lives should have been there had the process been done properly. Every step of the building should be monitored, signed off, agreed on. It's a building, it's a multi-story, 3-story building. But look what it is.
Brian, I'm going to interrupt you there. You speak about the fact that the construction plans weren't approved, and yet it still went ahead. How is this possible?
It's rather unfortunate. We live in a country and a society where corruption is always there, where the cronies get together, and then you can do anything that you want. And how is it possible for you as a construction company that was also involved in the wood-laid construction of housing, The same guy does it wrong there, he comes here and do it wrong. So basically what we're saying, we're allowing a guy to drive a car without license. And this is what we have. So that is what happened, is that this construction has taken place because the person that's been handling the project hasn't got the initiative, hasn't got the experience, it haven't got the know-how. It doesn't even know, there's no controls in this place. They don't even know how many bodies are in there. So, I mean, what type of business are we running? And I mean, what is our council doing about that? So they, I think, have to answer in a big way also.
Do you think that the council has taken enough responsibility for what has happened here today? I mean, given the fact that they did obtain a court order preventing the construction from going ahead, and so it looks by all indications that the project managers are the ones that decide to defy the courts.
I don't think that the contractor has more power than the council, okay? The council has a power. Here is the person doing something wrong. He's building without the procedures in. The council should have stopped it there and then. His council is saying, let him carry on, let the court order carry on, and let people, and then again, this is what the result you get.
All right.
So therefore, council has failed to stop the person there and then. That's the power you need.
All right. Thank you so much for your time this morning, Brian. And he's one of the community leaders, Joanne, that has spearheaded a part of the process to stop this construction from actually getting to the stage that it was at when this mall collapsed. Back to you in studio.
News that moves. eNCA.com.